Good afternoon, children. I have come live. Now is 2:23. All the students, you must join. Okay. So as it is, I have sent you a message, and you have got the link also. And today buffering may be there. Network connection is very bad today because of the weather conditions. So for that reason, children, you should bear with us or me, and you have to bear. So here. Up till there, and I'll teach you. I'll just take some time to complete this chapter. First you write all the question answers of I will give you the question answer of this very chapter. I'll give you the question answer of this very chapter, discovering that. So I'll just wait for 5 minutes, 4 minutes more, and then I'll start with the chapter. I'll start with the chapter. Yes, I told you people to read, give it a reading. Okay, I'm waiting for you all to start, to join. Sorry, I'm waiting for you all to join. Okay, I'll continue. Then after discovering that, I'll teach you one poem. After finishing discovering that, I'll teach you one poem. Today network problem may be there. Today the network problem may be there. Ankit, that doesn't mean you will get impatient. Today the network problem may be there because of the weather condition. Today it may happen, but on Monday it was not at all there. And please check your own network connection. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Srijita. Good afternoon, Ankit. I hope you can see me. I hope you can hear me. Okay, now it's 2:26. 2 more minutes. I'll wait and start with the chapter, continuation of the chapter. Yes, clearly, no. I'm telling you something, children. Listen to me very carefully. I'm using a Wi Fi, okay? So, network connection was poor 2-3 weeks back, because that time I was not using using a Wi Fi. Now I am using a Wi Fi, so I don't think my network connection is bad. Yes, it is also buffering and buffering interruption. Buffering is there, I can understand. But Monday, if you play the video later on, if you see the video later on, when I have seen the video, you will also see the video later on. That time you will not find it was, means the way you people were telling me on Monday, it was not like that. Really, it was not like that. Miss buffering today, the network condition is very very bad because of the weather. You have seen the weather today. So please check your own network connection first. Understood? Fine. It's 2:27. So from page number 25, I told, good afternoon, Gayatri. Page number 25, I told you to start from, I told you to read up till here, no? Where? Up till this page. Sorry, not 220. Yes. Page number 23. Page number 23. Page number 23, I have started. Ma'am, the live class, it was buffering, but after playing the replay, it was, yes. See, live class, it was buffering, I can understand, but when you played the video, it was not at all buffering. If you see, you can understand. Anyways, so then page number 23, page number 23, I'll start with this chapter, this particular, paragraph. I told you to read up till there, really true, up till there, and from here I'll start today. Okay, it's 2:30 almost. Good afternoon, Bidhan Lal. Good afternoon. Okay, fine. Page number 23. The mummy is in a very bad condition because of what Carter did in 1920s. So Carter has taken out, okay, 1920 said Zahi Hawass, Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, as he leaned over the body for a long first look. So the body was in a very bad condition. It will be in a very bad condition, children. This is a fact that it will be in a bad condition because it was 3,300 years old. So body will be in a bad condition. So here Howard Carter, that is, was who in 1922 discovered Tut's tomb after years of futile searching. So he searched and searched and searched. Then ultimately he has got Tut's tomb. So the thing is that the British are futile in its contents, though hastily ransacked. Ransacked in antiquity. Ransacked means, searching in a very disorderly manner. Ransacked means searching in very disorderly manner. Ransacked means searching in very disorderly manner. So here ransacked in antiquity were surprisingly complete. They remain the richest royal collection. Just see what are the things the young pharaoh was given in his coffin. What are the things the young pharaoh was given in his coffin when the tomb was discovered? When the tomb was discovered, and imagine what he got in that, what were the things he has got in his coffin, because he has died. Good afternoon, Indra. Because he has died young. Because he has died young, and what are the things he got? Good afternoon. Yes. Next here, is it clear? Buffering? Tell me, buffering. Is it buffering, children? Can you hear me? Ankit, Bidhanlal, Indra, Gayatri, Srijita. These are all the students. Can you hear me? No, ma'am, no buffering. Fine. It's clear. Fine. You can understand. Yes, ma'am, little bit buffering. Yes. So, little bit buffering will be there. So, page number, which page I am teaching, did you understand? Which page I am teaching, did you understand? Which page I am teaching, did you understand? So here, Howard Carter was a British archaeologist, I have told you, who in 1922 discovered King Tut's tomb after years of futile searching. After years of futile searching, King Tut's tomb was discovered. King Tut's tomb was discovered after years of futile searching, after years, and its contents remain the richest. It contains whatever it contained, okay, remain the richest royal collection ever found. So what does this line means? Richest royal collection. Richest royal collection. Okay, richest royal collection it was ever found. Just see the things which King Tut had got while, means he was buried. So along with the burial, means along with the body, what are the things he got? Very important. Page number 23. Very important at the bottom. Page number 23, very important at the bottom. So here there were dazzling works of art. There were dazzling works of art in gold. There were dazzling works of art in gold that had caused a sensation, then and continued to draw people's attention even today. First point, dazzling what? Dazzling work of art in gold. Everything was gold. Just imagine. Okay, it drew people's attention. Understood? So even today, King Tut was also buried with everyday things. King Tut was also buried with everyday things such as board games because he died young, very, very young. Board games, a bronze razor. I hope what you know what is the meaning of razor, bronze. Okay, cases of food, clothes, wine, is that he would. So this proved the things which had taken the incidents which had taken place, the incident which had taken place 3300 years ago, those people believed in life after death. That's why they have given all these things to King Tut at the time of burial. Is it clear? What are the things he were given? The things which were given to him was board games, a bronze razor, cases of food, clothes, wine, etc. that they believed he would need in life after death. Zahi Hawass, Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, Zahi Hawass, Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, explained that the mummy was in a very bad condition because of what Howard Carter did to it. Howard Carter found King Tut's body in 3 nested coffins. King Tut's body was there in 3 nested coffins. In the first coffin, 3 coffins were there. First coffin, he found a shroud decorated with garlands of willow. He found the shrouds decorated with garlands of willow. What does nested means? Nested means fitted one inside another. Nested means fitted one inside another. What is a shroud? Shroud is cover of the dead body. What is a shroud? Shroud is cover of the dead body. Shroud is a cover of the dead body. So again I am repeating, Howard Carter had found King Tut's body in 3 nested coffins. In 3 nested coffins. And in the first coffin he found a shroud decorated with garlands of willow. Garlands of willow. Willow is a soft wood. You know what is a garland. Garlands of willow. Willow is soft wood. And olive leaves, wild celery. Wild celery means a wild plant. Plant. Lotus petals and cornflowers, which indicated that the burial took place in March or April. This indicated that the burial took place in March or April. When he finally reached the mummy, he ran into trouble. The ritual resins means a sticky, flammable organic substance insoluble in water. A sticky, flammable organic substance insoluble in water. The ritual's resins had hardened, cementing King Tut to the bottom of the solid gold coffin. So King Tut was cemented because the resins was hardened, and King Tut was cementing King Tut to the bottom of the solid gold coffin. This was the problem. Cornflowers, what are cornflowers? Cornflowers are, bluish purple flowers of a wild plant. Bluish purple flowers of a wild plant. So, did you understand? Page number 23. Tell me, did you understand? What are the things King Tut carried? Okay. Why it was difficult for Howard Carter, ma'am? Can you repeat the meaning of shroud? Yes, obviously. Repeat the meaning of shroud is what? Meaning of shroud is cover of the dead body. Meaning of shroud is cover of the dead body. Gayatri, Shijita, Abhishek is not there today. Why? Bidhanlal, Ayush, sorry, Ankit. Yes, ma'am, understood. So these are the things which King Tut carried. These are the things which King Tut carried. Now, Howard Carter had to chisel out King's Tut mummy. See here, again I'm reading from the text. The mummy is in a very bad condition because of what Carter did in 1920s, said Zahi Hawass, Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities. As he leaned over the body for a long first look. Leaning means stooping down. Leaning. Carter, that is, was a British archaeologist who in 1922 discovered Tut's tomb after years of futile searching. It contents, though hastily ransacked in antiquity, was surprisingly complete. They remain the richest royal collection ever found and have become part of Pharaoh's legend. Stunning artifacts in gold. Stunning artifacts in gold means what? Objects of art made by hand. Artifacts of gold means what? Artifacts, objects of art made by hand. Their eternal brilliance meant to guarantee resurrection. Resurrection is rebirth. Resurrection is rebirth. And caused a sensation at the time of the discovery and still get the most attention. But Tut was also buried with everyday things he wants in the afterlife. Board games, a bronze laser, linen garments, okay, cases of foods and wine. After months of carefully recording the Pharaoh's funerary treasure, okay, Pharaoh's funerary treasures means collection of valuable objects, okay, and Carter began investigating his 3 nested coffins. Opening the first, he found a shroud adorned means decorated with garlands. Adorned means decorated with garlands of willow and olive leaves, wild celery, lotus petals and cornflowers. The faded evidence of a burial in March or April. When he finally reached the mummy, though he ran into trouble, the ritual resins had hardened. The ritual resins, I told you, a flammable, sticky flammable organic substance insoluble in water. Sticky flammable organic substance insoluble in water. Linen garments, okay. So here, the ritual resins had hardened, cementing Tut to the bottom of his solid gold coffin. No amount of legitimate force could move them. Carter wrote later what was to be done. It was so hardened, no amount of legitimacy, nothing, no outside force is able to move them. That's why what did they do? They have chiseled, they have cut, they have chiseled or they have cut the, cut it. Here they've cut the body. They have taken out a part. It has become so hardened. First of all, it was too old. Secondly, after a futile searching, first of all, it was too old, the coffin. And thirdly, after futile searching, constantly, they have got, means he has got the tomb. Up till here, is it clear? Up till here, is it clear? Tell me. Abhishek, you have come. Okay. Now, Howard Carter had tried to loosen the resins. Resins, I told you the meaning, by putting the mummy outside in the sun. So, by putting the mummy outside in the sun, okay, that heated it to 149 degrees. How? Howard Carter tried to loosen the resins by putting the mummy outside in the sun. by putting the mummy outside in the sun that heated in to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. For several hours, the mummy was set outside. For several hours, the mummy was set outside. Okay, mummy was set outside in blazing sunshine. The mummy was set outside in blazing sunshine several hours. For several hours or hours. The mummy was kept in blazing sunshine, but nothing happened. But nothing happened. He reported that the tough material had to be cut from under the limbs. He reported that now it has to be cut. Permission is needed for doing all these things, children. It can't be done. We can't go and take out a preserved body and we investigate. No, permission should be there. Permission should be taken. He reported that that tough material had to be cut from under the limbs, okay, and trunk to free the king's remains. You can say separate. The royals in King Tut's time believed that they could take their fortune with them after. The royals believe fortune means luck. So the royals in King Tut's time means 3,300 years ago. So King Tut's time believed that they could take their fortune with them after death. Hence, King Tut was buried with all his expensive belongings. King Tut was buried with all his expensive belongings. To separate King Tut's from his ornaments, Howard Carter's men removed the mummy's head to separate him from the ornaments. He was adorned with ornaments. So, Howard Carter's men, MEN men, okay, removed the mummy's head and cut off nearly every major joint. Then they reassembled the remains of the body. On a layer of sand in a wooden box with padding. After cutting, they again reassembled on a layer of sand in a wooden box with padding to separate King Tut's from his ornaments. Tell me, is it clear? Can you hear me? Ma'am, what is the meaning of circumvented? Circumvented. Where did you get this? Page number? Tell me the page. In his defense, Carter really had little choice. Carter really has little choice. If he hadn't cut the mummy's feet, thieves most certainly would have circumvented the guards and ripped it apart to remove. Circumvented means, not yes, I have got. Means circumvented means what? Means not taking them. Means not being able to handle the guards. Means if I'm telling you, if the body would not have been separated means gold from the, means remove the gold, then circumvented the guards means harming them, or they have done something else to the guards, and they means the thieves, and ripped it apart to remove the gold. Ripped means tearing apart to remove the gold. So here thieves most certainly would have circumvented the guards and ripped it apart to remove the gold in Tut's time. So circumvented means the guards who were there taking care of the thieves would have easily entered and ripped King's Tut. Cut means clearing King Tut's body and take the gold from them. Any more queries? Any more queries? So here, archaeology has changed since then. Archaeology has changed since then, focusing less on treasures and more on the fascinating details of life and fascinating mysteries of death. It also uses more sophisticated tools. In 1968, more than 40 years after Howard Carter's discovery, an anatomy professor X-rayed the mummy and revealed all an astonishing. What page number 25 means what? Yes, I have explained. You didn't understand? I have explained. Shrijita, Abhishek, I have explained. First para, the quoted line. Quoted line, first para. Okay. He set the mummy outside in blazing sunshine that heated it to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. Nothing budged. Budged means interference. Budged. B-U-D-G-E-D. He reported with scientific detachment that the consolidated material had to be chiseled away. Yes, the I told you this one. He reported what? He reported that the tough, consolidated means the tough material had to be chiseled away, means cut, had to be cut from under the limbs and trunk, to free the king's remain, under the limbs and trunk to free the king's remains. Okay, to free the king's remains, possible to raise the king's remains. Yes, circum. So here the consolidated material had to be chiseled, means cut under from the limbs, otherwise we can't help it. So he reported that the tough material had to be cut from under the limbs, okay, and trunk to free the king's remain, under the limbs and trunk to free the king's remains. We have to cut the king, we have to separate the king from the, we have to separate the king. Any more problem? Any more problem, children? Tell me. Any more problem? So archaeology, next part, archaeology has changed since then, focusing less on treasures and more on the fascinating details of life. Focusing less on treasures and more on the fascinating details of life and fascinating mysteries of death. It also uses more sophisticated tools. In 1968, more than 40 years after Howard Carter's discovery, an anatomy professor X-rayed the mummy and revealed an astonishing fact that beneath the resin that King Tut's chest, his breastbone and front ribs were missing. After doing the X-ray, it was found out that his breastbone and front ribs were missing. King Tut's demise, means death, was a very big event, even by royal standards. As he was the last ruler of his family, his funeral meant the end of a royal dynasty. Last ruler of the family, his funeral meant the end of a royal dynasty. But the phases of his death and its consequences are unclear, but faces the facts of his what is the reason that he has died? What is the reason that he had died? What is the amulets are ornaments which are worn in neck or arms. Amulets are ornaments which are worn in neck, arms, here, ornaments, and also to taviz to keep away the evils. To keep away the evils. We wear taviz, no? That to neck or arms to keep away the evils. Amulets. Amulets, is that clear? Any meaning? Tell me, children, did you understand this fact that it has archaeology has changed since then, focusing less on treasures and more on the fascinating details of more on the fascinating. The sheath means covering to keep the sword, coverings to keep the sword in. Sheath means covering. You have not heard of sheath, means covering to keep the sword in. Covering to keep the sword in. Any more meanings? Tell me any more meanings? So King Tut's father or grandfather, I told you character Amenhotep third was powerful king who ruled for almost 4 decades. And his, here Amenhotep III ruled for almost 4 decades. Now about his ancestor, and his son Amenhotep IV succeeded him. He was a very strange king. He promoted the worship of Aten, the sun disk. He promoted the worship of Aten, the sun disk, and changed his name to Akhenaten. He moved the religious capital from Thebes to Akhenaten, now known as Amarna. He shocked the country by attacking a major god Amun, by breaking his images and closing down his temple. So another important character which comes here, the Ray Johnson, if you find, who is a director of the University of Chicago Research Center in Luxor, called his king very odd. So Amenhotep III and the son is Amenhotep IV succeeded him after. In history you have learned he has succeeded this king has succeeded that queen. Example I am telling. So he was a very strange king. Why? That he moved the religious capital of Thebes to Akhenaten, now known as Amarna. Okay, he shocked the country by attacking a major god Amun, by breaking his images and closing down all his temple. When I was discussing the characters, I told you the major characters like King Tut, then Zahi Hawass, then what? One more name was what? Howard Carter, then Amenhotep III and Amenhotep IV. Now, this character is not mentioned, but this is very important, who was Ray Johnson. Ray Johnson, director of the University of Chicago's Research Center in Luxor, called this king very odd. This king, why? He said it must have been a terrible time for the people because the family that had ruled for centuries was coming to an end. Because the family which has ruled for century was coming for an end, to an end. And after Akhenaten's death, Senker, a mysterious ruler. Senker, a mysterious ruler. Akhenaten death, Senker came, a mysterious ruled for a brief period and departed with hardly any sign. It was then that a very young king, after Senker, a very young king like Tut, that is Tutankhaten or Tutankhamun, okay, took over the throne. Tutankhamun or Tutankhaten, okay, took over the throne. The boy soon changed the name to Tutankhamun. So after Samarkand, then Tutankhamun came, okay, known as King Tut today. He oversaw revival of the old ways. King Tut ruled for 9 years and then died unexpectedly. So you understood Amenhotep third, fourth, then after that who came? Semkher came. Then after that King Tut came. So only King Tut ruled for 9 years only, and after that he died unexpectedly. Now tell me, did you understand? Tell me, did you understand? You have to give it a reading. Tell me, children, fast. Srijita, Abhishek, Gayatri, Ankit, Ayush, Bidhanlal, Indra, sure, and who else? Sure, Gayatri, it is clear. So I am stopping up till here today. Yes, stopping up till here today. You will read up till page number 26 unexpectedly. Second paragraph. Page number 6C, unexpectedly. You will give it a reading up till second paragraph. Any question, ask me. I'm waiting. Any line you did not understand? What does antiquities means? Very old objects. Antiquities means very old objects. Anything you did not understand? No questions. Anybody else? Any questions? Tell me fast. Anyone, any question? Questions. Gayatri, any questions? Any line you did not understand? Ma'am, meaning of intriguing means interfering. Just see, where is the line? Tell me. Where is the line? Intriguing. Which line? Page number? Page number? Page number? Tell me page number. I can't find really. Interesting mysteries of life, death. Details of life and intriguing mysteries of death means interesting type. Mysteries of death. Interesting. Mysteries occurs change substantially in intervening decades, focusing less on treasure and more on fascinating details of life and intriguing mysteries. Yes, intriguing means interesting mysteries of life and death. It also uses more than sophisticated tools. Okay, so it is interesting type, intriguing. Any more question? Any more question? Tell me. Understood, Abhishek? Give it a reading. If you find any problem, any meaning you don't understand, tell me. I'll explain to you. No, ma'am. Give it a reading line by line. No more question, children. So I'm wrapping up the class for today. Tomorrow I'll come at 2:30 as usual. No, no, ma'am. Sure, no? Any question you feel free to ask me, but you must wait for the answer. Any question you are free to ask me, but you must wait for the answer. When I am not answering, don't just call me. Give me a call. I'll answer. Okay? So children, thank you for attending the class. Those who are not attending, again I am telling, please inform them that the classes, the status of the classes of each and every subject. Okay, please, you should. Somabha, thank you, ma'am. Yes, welcome. Somabha is not attending the class. One more girl, Tanvisha, is not attending, but they are always asking me for notes and all. I am giving them, but they are not attending the class. Why, I don't know. Okay, anyways, you must inform the girls and the boys also so that they should attend the classes. For today, I am wrapping up the class. Thank you, children, for attending the class. Okay, tomorrow I'll continue with this chapter and then I'll explain to you again. If you don't understand, I'll give you the question answers. Thank you.